All right, gang, we're going to do section 8.2, number 93. Now, these are the harder ones to factor, so I'll do it in, I'll do it two different ways, okay? So let me first just... I'll write out how you're going to get this. This is going to make a positive 8. Positive 8 minus 1 is 7. I'm just doing the guess method. I'll write it out for you guys so you have it. 6 plus 1 is 7. Alright, let me just do that for you real quick, because some people are going to be like, how the heck did that happen? So remember, when you're doing that technique I showed you, you're going to multiply this times this. That makes a negative 8. Has to multiply to negative 8, add to a 7. Okay, now it has to multiply to a negative but add to a positive, so the smaller number has to be negative, so it's this one. So that's how you're going to break the middle term. Doesn't matter what order you put it in. Right, because this, if you add these like terms, it goes back to that. Alright, then remember you do factor by grouping, because this isn't the final answer, this combination. It's just the middle step. Alright, so factor by grouping is 2 steps. You take out what's common in the front 2, what's common in the back 2, and then you take out the common binomial. Alright, so I said that, right? That's this guy here. I just want to show you the factoring, because I know this class goes super fast. I'll now do the other one, so this guy here. Alright, so you got to again multiply the front times the back. That's positive 6. This has to make a positive 7. Okay, this is positive and this is positive, which means everybody's got to be positive. This guy is with 7, this is a 5, so this is the combo you want. Again, order doesn't matter. You could put the 1n first, you could put the 6n first. It doesn't matter. It's just that these together have to add back to this, which they do. All right, factor by grouping, again, is 2 steps. Bring down the sign of the third term. Take out the common binomial. Okay, and then that's the factor to that, which I put over here, okay? Once you do factoring enough, it just, you can start to guess it a lot easier. Alright, so let's do the LCD here. LCD is going to be 4n minus 1, n plus 2. What else do we need? We need a 3n plus 1. Okay, so let's balance this. So this guy's missing the 3n plus 1. And this guy is missing the 4n minus 1. Woo, this one is fancy, and I'll show you why in a second. So now we have to combine the numerator. Okay, this is what makes it fancy. So let me add an extra step here so you can see it better. Okay, what makes this one fancy is that over here on the left, you actually have a binomial times a binomial minus a binomial times a binomial, okay, that's really fancy. And you have to make sure that you subtract all of what's on the back half. And a lot of times people just subtract the first guy. It's like going to a movie where only the first guy pays and nobody else pays. It doesn't work like that. You have to subtract money from each person. Alright, so let me start with all the foiling. Alright, so we foil this guy up here. Now I'm going to leave this guy in brackets for the moment. I'm going to combine like terms. So part of when I show you the steps is I'm trying to show you good technique. It's not like I have to do it this way. I could just let every horse out of the corral and have terms everywhere. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to condense it as I go along, because if I do that, chances are I won't make an error. Right, because the less stuff I have floating around, the easier it is to control everything. Sort of like being a lifeguard. If you have a zillion people in the water, it's a little crazy, but if you have less people in the water, it's more manageable to watch everybody. Okay, so now I'm going to do this part, which is to subtract each of these. So if you notice, everybody in the back is going to change sign. Ooh, this problem's taking me a long time. What am I? Almost 7 minutes on this guy. All right. Who can combine? Oh, this guy and this guy is the same. And this guy with this guy. Okay. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. 16 plus 17, we're going to get 33. Uh, 5 minus 4 is 1. And that whole denominator on the bottom. I've seen people write DEM, 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 DEM just because it's a lot for them to keep rewriting it, which is fine. Just at the very end, they'll write it out. Now, let me just tell you what my brain is saying here. So my brain wants to know if this factors and reduces. So you can't have a negative lead term to factor. So in my head I was sort of like, well, if I change all the signs and factor out that negative, can I still factor? And the answer here is a no, right? Because your leading coefficient is a 1, your constant at the end is a 1, so there's no way those tiny numbers are going to make a 33. No way in heck. So that just pretty much means you're done. So I will circle it here, and thank goodness, because I didn't have room for one more step. So that is that one. Holy cow. I hope that helped. I'll catch you then. Bye-bye.